Hey, yes, me, Bozz Cigar Reviews. I got a special one today. Oh, I've been cooking this one in the box, and bam! Yeet! Hiram and Solomon, Veiled Prophet, Raparaca Brazilian Wrapped, 7x60, the Veiled Prophet. That is a stick. Take a look at that. Oh, it's Beautiness Maximus. I've been letting this thing cook for probably about a month. Smoked all the other ones. Check the reviews. The sun might be getting in my face, make my hair glow as it's starting to set. Got another specialty review tomorrow from the folks from, thanks to the folks at Cigar Cave, Jake and Jesse. Got a specialty cigar tomorrow. Appreciate them. They're on in Medford and Grants Pass. In Medford, they're off of Biddle and Progress every Friday night, 5 to 8-ish. Sometimes it goes to 10. Got beverages, bring what you want. Sometimes they got some snacks. We're working on some kind of a grill and a meat kind of stuff. And we're going to continue to have fun working on getting a heater for the big covered tent so it's not 32 degrees in there. Even as it was cold, it was like doink cold. People hung out. Probably because Jesse was there and JR showed up. They are the most knowledgeable guys in cigars I have ever met. Well, Jesse, he is because he owns a couple cigar stores. He's part of one of those. But JR, he just smokes the hell out of them. He buys the hell out of them. He shares the hell out of them. He's a hell of a guy. This is all the Hiram and Solomons that I've smoked were fantastic. Van-damn-tastic. And they're working on getting into the Medford stores here shortly. I'm going to move this just a skosh and keep it plugged in. There we go. Because the sun's starting to kind of blaze through. These things are an amazing cigar. In fact, Jake over at Cigar Cave last Friday night tried the Shriner. It is the creamiest. That's got the most creamy smoothness. Well, about any cigar I've ever smoked. In fact, in my review of the Shriner, that's exactly what I talked about. And he was saying, man, this thing's super creamy. He was passing it around. Man, people were smoking it. JR, who's a cigar aficionado extraordinaire, even said, wow, that thing's fantastic. Never so often spit on cigars, man. Hey, it doesn't matter. It's a cigar. Share it. Whirl it. And twirl it. So I'm going to punch this thing because I'm a puncher. Like I'm going to put, this is a big stick, 7x60. So I'm going to punch it twice. So that way it opens it way up. And these are super tight cigars. Jeez. In another one. Kind of like a figure 8 in there. Or, well, I'll tell you. Let that go out. It could be a figure 8 or an infinity. My favorite number is 8, so this works out great. Or it can be the sign for infinity, which I want this thing to last forever. Both of them work out great for me and you. I know there's a shop, maybe in Medford, that's working on getting the Hiram and Solomon in. If your shop doesn't carry Hiram and Solomon, get a hold of the shops and ask them for it. If they say, well, we're not sure, then demand it. We all, as purchasers and consumers, keep the shops open. Demand it. These are amazing, incredible sticks. If they just say no, which I don't think they would, but if they do, then go to Hiram and Solomon, go online, and get some. Because these things are amazing. Okay. I'm going to give it a toasting. As Jeff Borowitz does, he says, hey, just take your time. And this is a big old stick, so I'm going to take my time. Thank you, Jeff. I got this sucker on high. I almost said a B word. Not the B word, the bastard. I'm way smarter than that. Okay. Nice and toasted. Yeah. Get up. That's a big one. Oh, boy. Real heavy kind of a cocoa taste. Really digging it. Definite spice. A little bit of black pepper on the ritual hill. Again, just lit it. So it's the first time I've had the Veiled Prophet. Be one, ask one. I am on my mission now. I've contacted the local lodge. Hey, I'm retired military. I've been in the biker communities forever. Kind of looking for something to, like-minded people and kind of a brotherhood. And they have the wives get involved in the Sonic Lodge. You see they've got a women's group. All of them get involved. They're not a cult or anything. Just don't go crazy on them. Tell you what, they got a great cigar. Boy, that's a super easy draw with that infinity or figure 8, depending on what you want to look at it as. It really opened it up. I think it was the Shriner. It was a super, super tight draw. I had to put, that's a lot smaller ring gauge, and I had to punch a couple holes in that, but it was worth it. Real black pepper kind of a hit. Definite cedar. Let me do my whiff. I whirl and whiff and twirl. I do all kinds of stuff. That's got a, I'm not going to say creamy quite yet. We'll see how it gets into the second, third as the tobaccos heat up. Things got to move through. On this one, I will be purging quite frequently as such. Cleans it out. To me, it tastes a lot better. The people I've told about that, they say, hey, Bozz, man, this thing worked fantastic. And it does. If you do it at night, in the dark, when you're alone, you're about halfway through, purge that sucker. Don't purge it for a little bit and then purge it and light it. And all kinds of colored flames come out. It's like the 4th of July sparkly. It's pretty cool. Got my flannel on, because it was colder as a something and a something like that. Starting to come through a little bit more, a little bit of a sweetness, but I'll figure it out. The holiday season is upon us. There's Thanksgiving coming up, there's Christmas coming up. Try to do some special things, do some volunteer work, go out and help somebody, do something for somebody. It's not all about us. This season isn't about us as individuals. That's my feeling. It's about us as a society and us as human beings. Go out and do something for somebody else. And don't broadcast it. Don't be saying, hey, wow, I did this for this person, or did this for this organization. It's kind of braggalocious, as I put it. It's nice to be, blessed. It's nice to be thought of. And it's nice to be, when you do these things, it's nice that people appreciate it. It's good to be appreciated, is what I'm saying. But to go out of your way and say, hey, I did this for this person, what do I get? Just don't do that. Don't do it. So help other people. Don't make a big deal about it. Somebody's going to know what you did. And it comes back to you so many times over. So that's my little gift of the day on some wisdom, I think. I hear that I was on the long white needle of death, as they say in the Coast Guard, the 378s. They're 378 foot long ship that's in 60, 80-foot seas and bounces all over the place. They're out for a long time at a shot. Am I going to get better over here? Nope, it's going to get worse over that way, so I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to do a little dance. That's my dance. Anyway, the Coast Guard cutter Midget. The Midget name, it's generations after generations of the last name Midget, and M-I-D-G-E-T-T, and they were all heroes. I mean, it's an amazing family. Look them up. It's going to be decommissioned, I think, sometime next year. So all of my former shipmates and stuff, I was a plank owner, not an original plank owner, but back in 94, I think it was, 93. Plank owner is when you are the first crew on a ship that's been either just built or totally rebuilt, decommissioned and rebuilt. I was on the decommissioning and then the rebuilding of it with a huge amount of people, and it was kind of cool. So I've got the hat, the plank owner, so I'm going to show up with that. But here's all my former shipmates on that. I look forward to seeing you. Hope everybody can make it. I know I'm going to make it. I don't care what I got to do, even if I move, which I may be moving to the East Coast. I'm still going to get back here so I can hit on that thing. It's like, get on the Midget, and that sounds funny. Go back to the Coast Guard cutter Midget and see all the people that were on there. That is a brotherhood and a sisterhood. A lot of great people on there. Appreciate all the really good times. I'm in contact, so a bunch of them. So, it's hard to find good friends. Extremely hard. I got not many, about that many good friends that actually get a hold of me and say, "Hey, boss, how you doing? What are you doing? How you feeling?" But that's okay, because I don't like a lot of people. I think I've mentioned that about 1 billion times on here. Segue, who I do like? Hiram and Solomon. I like their ethics. I like their company. I like the people they employ. I like their cigars tremendously. So I'm going to draw on this thing. Oh, I forgot to do the cold draw. Oh, boy. I'm going to have to get some more. I need more. I need more Hiram and Solomon. I'll give you my address, and I would beg. I would beg for some more of these things. Please. Please. Give me a bunch. I'll pass them out to good friends. We'll do live cigar reviews on the spot. That would be super cool. Okay. Let me hit the pause button, not the stop button, because I got to start a new recording, which I have done in my earlier reviews. Wow, I'm liking this. Now, the wrap on this is amazing. It's, wow. I can't even barely see where it's wrapped. That's how good it is. That's how well it's wrapped. I'm not going to say it's a toothy cigar, but it's got some veins. It's got a ton of color. It looks really cool. Looks really cool. Hiram and Solomon. To be one, ask one. We'll be back in a few. I don't know how long this has been going. It might have been going the whole time. I have no idea. I've been reading, smoking, talking to Audie. She's at work. And just kind of enjoying the hell out of this thing. This is a Grand Monarch, by the way. It's a fantastic cigar. And it's made in Nicaragua. It's got 4 different fillers in it. The binder and the fillers. And this is really kind of changing up, kind of into the first third. It's actually canoed just a little bit. Actually right from the start, as you can see. But I'm working on evening it out. There was kind of a larger vein in that spot, so it probably burned a little bit quicker. It always works for me. You kind of turn it on the less burned areas. Kind of take a draw, purge it. Go to the Hiram and Solomon website. I was reading actually about they do a tour You go to the fields. It's like a 4-day tour. Go to the fields. You learn how to do that. You go to the where they harvest it, and then where they cure it. You go to the barns. It's getting cold out here. You go to the barns. You go to the factory. Stuff like that. Wow, I would love to do that. Love to do that. I get to traveling. I don't know if that'd be a spendy way to travel, but I would do it. I would do it. For Hiram and Solomon, if I could do it, and a bunch of the other brands that I smoke, I'd go there and visit them all. If I could spend a couple of weeks there and hit them all, that'd be great. That would be fantastic. So that's on my bucket list. This is definitely evened out. It smokes well, holds an ash well, and it's definitely, like I said, it's evened out. It's not as peppery for me. The retrohale is really nice. It's really toned down. Very smooth. Oh, there's a hint of something on that retrohale. I'll try to pick it out. It's a tough one. You notice I take 2 draws when I do a draw, especially after a purge. The first draw gets the smoke back through, activates all the goodies in there, heats the tobacco up. And the second draw, I get the full flavor. That's what works for me. That's before I do the retrohale. So I do a short draw, and right after that, then the smoke kind of comes up, gets in your face, you roll around in it. And I do a second draw where I taste it, kind of like this. After I do a purge, and I go, and it just works really well for me. Give that a shot. I've been telling some people, about it. They try it and they go, wow, that's kind of nice. Because sometimes, for me anyway, the smoke sits in there in the tobacco, and it kind of it just kind of starts doing stuff, and it's not fresh, especially if you let this sit a while. And to me, it just kind of, especially after a purge, it brings the smoke back through, the clean air from this side. And then the second draw just gets all the goodness in there, all the burning tobacco, and all the flavors, and all the notes, and the complexities. Big word of the day, complexities of a cigar, which is just a change up of it, and all of that combined is kind of the complexities. This is just made really, really well. All of the sticks from Hiram and Solomon are so good. This is a 7x60. It's a big old one. Make sure to, like I said, ask for it. If they don't get it, demand it. If they can't do that, go online. Hopefully the local cigar shop here, they're working on getting them, which I hope they do, because I'll push the heck out of these things. They're a fantastic cigar. Support cigars like this. This is not a major company. It's not a huge organization. It started by 2 guys. And back east, they got together, they did cigars. I've talked about the story before. Check out Hiram and Solomon, their backstory. I love the history of the cigars. This is made in an area that's famous for cigars. It's still in Nicaragua. I'm just into the kind of the first third. Not even that. I'm into the first third, but you know what I mean. I'm not really past that yet, and it's already starting to get a little bit of a creaminess. I can definitely taste like a dark cocoa, like the dark chocolate, the darker chocolate, like the 70% cocoa or cacao is really, really, I love that. I could just chomp on that all day long. So this has that taste. It's starting to even out, and I'm liking it. I'm just going to knock that off a little bit. In my new, I don't edit these, so what you see is what you get. My new ashtray, thanks to Cigar Cave. Jesse and Jake over there. We got Jay and Matt. Matt went camping this weekend. I hear he got a new RV, a good one. Kind of wondering where you went. I want all the info. Where you went, what you did. Oh, maybe not what you did. Okay, what you did, where you went, how much fun it was, and if it got cold. But in that RV, I think he got an Airstream, the old triple axle. He did not. He got the Mac Daddy. It was probably nice and warm and cozy. But I bet you, no one mad, he smoked his sticks outside. Don't smoke them inside. I don't care what your significant other says. You just don't. Just don't. Don't. Unless it's okay. I wouldn't chance it myself, but that's me. I'm digging this. 2 crooked thumbs up. This is going to take me about an hour plus to do. I'm already in it about 25 minutes, and I'm really liking it. So, go get some, get online, get some, whatever you got to do. Talk about it. I'm really going to push the Hiram and Solomon along with all the other cigars that I review, because they deserve it. They earned it. They've put these companies together. They're working from the ground up. Hiram and Solomon is a small company. It's not a whole bunch of people. It's not this ginormous organization. They put out a fantastic cigar. They put their lives into this for us consumers. So I salute you for that. I do not give those out easily. I got busted a lot during my younger years when I was in my 20s for not saluting officers that I didn't respect. They would say, "See this color device? You need to respect that." And I'd go, well, mine's got more colors on it. Or something similar to that. Or I'd just go, yeah. You get a lot of extra duty doing that. But the guys that I respected, like Klaus Steinhorst, W4, he was the man. He was the man. Anyone that knows Klaus Steinhorst from the Coast Guard Cutter Midget days, he was the man. I learned so much from him. Scary as hell. He had these big old meat hands, and he would do stuff that would kill pretty much anybody else. But he understood engineering, and he was a plethora, a wealth of information. I love that guy. And like 20 years of sea time, did almost 30 years, retired, killed by a drunk driver. Don't drink and drive, please, because you're affecting not only the person that you hurt or kill, you're affecting their family, you're affecting hundreds and hundreds of people that they've dealt with in their lives. And there's a whole lot of people that miss that man. There's a whole lot of people that love that guy. To his wife, Kathy, and your family, thank you for all of your support. Thank you for doing everything that you've done. We in the military don't do it by ourselves. Even the single men and women, they've got family. They got brothers, sisters, moms, dads, uncles, aunts. They got all of that. They're doing it for them too. And these people support us that do our military careers. So God bless all of you. I'm going to keep dragging on this. I think Hottie's got a day off coming up, and I'm going to do a special review with her. Actually, she gets up kind of late, probably in about 2 hours she'll be home. And I've got a stick just for her that I picked up. And I think tomorrow, maybe tonight, no, maybe not tonight, but tomorrow, when she gets off, I'm going to have some lights set up over in my porch area, patio out back. This is the deck, hot tub, gazebo, fence, and Bozz. Excuse me. So we'll do that and see how it works. But I'd really like to get some more reviews done for you. Because, I got a lot of people that watch these, believe it or not. Something up there. Or maybe it's my imagination. I don't know what that is. It's growing all over there. It's up the house and everything. But it's just kind of a creepy crawly thing. It froze the other night and bang, it was like, hey! The leaves dried up and they're all brown. So I got to take a rake and knock a bunch of it off, because when I open the hot tub, it brushes it and then the hot tub fills up with dead leaves. It gets sucked out of the filter, but it plugs. Anyway, yeah, that hot tub maintenance. I'm going to hit pause. I hope I hit pause this time, instead of sitting here and you watch me go, hello, yeah, I know how you doing. I'm sorry about that. If that happened, I'll see. I'm going to smoke some more of this, especially before the sun gets down too far, and I'll be back. Talk to you soon. I almost said it. Bye. Hey, Bozz with Bozz Cigar Reviews. I'm back. Do I look chillaxed or what? I am. I am chillaxed. Smoking a great cigar, Hiram and Solomon, Build Profit, 7x60. Double punch. I recommend double punching them, even though it's a super smooth and easy draw. To double punch it on a stick this big, to me, it gives me a lot more flavor. And you can see it's evened out really well. There's a little bit of area there, but it's evened out really well. Just kind of burn the long end, as I call it. Kind of get it nice and hot. Kind of evens it out really well. See that pencil look right there? It's great. It means it's packed really well. And I'll finish up with this because I could spend another half hour on this. I'm into the 2/3. I'm almost close to halfway on it. And it's definitely got really nice and smooth. Still a little bit of black pepper. It's got a little bit of creaminess to it. Almost like I like ice cream. I'm lactose intolerant. Okay, now you know that about me. So I get ice cream that's for lactose intolerant people. But I like the caramel ice cream. I just kind of eat the caramel out of it and save the rest for whoever. They can always tell if I eat ice cream because Hottie or our roommate Roxanne will say, well, they don't say it, but I know they look at it and they go, what the heck is it? There's eating all the goodies out of it. But on the roof of your mouth, kind of like caramel, kind of smooth tastiness. Bam! This has it. Definite cedar notes. Got a good smell to it. A great taste. Tobacco, that barn flavor. I'm definitely getting an earthiness now as the tobacco heats up and the smoke's going over all the tobacco and it's energizing it and it's releasing all those goodness and flavorful stuff. I'm a stuff guy, but I'm going to be offloading a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff to offload. I've been collecting. I'm not a hoarder. I'm a collector. So my garage is full of collections. Got a ton of comic stuff. Anyone interested, hit me up. I got comics from the 80s and 90s that I picked up. I got 2 briefcases full of stuff that's never been opened. It's still in the plastic, a lot of it. It was out of a comic place, or it was all display stuff that was a one-off, comics that and advertising and stuff like that for comics that didn't make it back in the day. Well, the day for me is the 60s, but 70s and 80s, and I don't remember a lot of 80s. I did it right, or 70s. Anyway, one of those I did right. See, brain's kind of fried anyway. But this won't fry your brain. This will activate your brain and your brain cells. And you go, oh my God, I got to have more of these things. This is my last one. Hiram and Solomon, my last one. Save the Veiled Prophet 7x60 gram Monarch for last. This is a special cigar for a special company that I will represent any day of the week. Because it's a small company. There's a lot of small companies out there that I do reviews for, and I smoke. I've got a box I'm going to open up here soon. I'm going to be doing some reviews for the Cigar Cave tomorrow. They hooked me up with some really nice sticks, hand-picked by Jesse and Jake, and I really appreciate the support and the kind thoughts. So I'm going to be doing those. I'm going to have a pre-release coming soon from Artesano del Tobacco. I'm going to do a pre-release for them. I'm going to pass out a bunch of cigars. We're going to do live feeds on that, probably from the Cigar Cave. 15, 25 people show up. Now that we're going to have a heater, probably 20 plus. So again, Cigar Cave, Fridays, 5 to 8-ish, sometimes later. Bring whatever you want to drink. They usually supply some beverages. There's always snacks there, all kinds of goodies. And they're working on a surprise. The one they're going to be expanding. They're going to be making some changes. Hopefully they'll be carrying these really soon. I know a lot of guys that will suck up every one of these things from Cigar Cave. So hopefully that works out. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to set up a little deal over here on my patio so Hottie and I could do that. She'll have a special cigar to review also. It's cool having a wife that likes cigars. Get everybody involved, men, women, friends. Give them a stick. Do some trading. And support handmade cigars and the companies that make them. They're here for us. They think about us, the consumers. I'm getting new releases. I'm getting pre-releases because they appreciate what I do. They appreciate all the review sites. So support them. Because if you don't, and if you don't get a hold of your congressmen, your senators, stuff like that, people that make the decisions, these may go away. And I don't want that. I know you don't want that. Nobody wants it because they want to keep enjoying fantastic smokes like this. Look at that thing. It's evened right out. It's burning great. I'm at 30-minute mark, kind of going over because I'm doing a lot of that, which I tend to do sometimes. I know. I do. When it comes to cigars, I'm a yacker. I pass them out. Like tomorrow, I'm going to pass out a really nice cigar to a friend of mine. He works for my dad's stand. My dad has trouble now. He's got too many women hitting on him. I know. Where he's at now, nice place. And he's got 3 women. I had to go there today. He says, yeah, you got to come over and talk to me. He had too many women. He's got 3 women that sit next to him and hold his hand, stuff like that. He wants to narrow it down to one. He says, I need your opinion. Which one? I'm going, Dad, be friends with all of them. And he's like, oh, I could do that. So, appreciate your elders. I learn something from my dad all the time. Even with his dementia, there's times where he's so clear and so deep. It's like, that's my dad? I never knew him to be a deep thinker. I always knew him to be a workaholic, and my mom too. They always had a couple of jobs, and sometimes each, to get where they're at today. So, say hi to my mom. She doesn't smoke cigars, but I don't know, maybe I can get her to try one. That's a thought. Pass them out. Be nice. If you can't be nice, do that. I'm not good at it sometimes myself. But anyway, Hiram and Solomon, stay tuned for tomorrow for another great stick, courtesy of Cigar Cave in Medford and in Grants Pass. Look them up. Grants Pass has a great cigar lounge. They got a huge, huge store there. And they're making big changes, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you next time, which is probably tomorrow. This is point. I will do it in the rain. I did one in the storm. Check out the previous review. Howdy, you'll be here. I'll see you later. And always, Bozz out.